したらいいの？
Why don't we check out the inn?
どこへ行くの？
Welcome to the College of Winterhold. I am Feralda, one of the senior wizards here. I trust you found your journey to Winterhold not entirely unpleasant. Now I must advise you that if your only purpose in being here is to complain, you would be far better off speaking with the Jarl of Winterhold. If, however, you seek something more, I will be happy to assist you. It is no great secret that we have been unjustly blamed for a great many things over the years. The good people of Skyrim, on occasion, would rather pass judgment than attempt to understand what we do here. Thus, we must take certain precautions in order to secure our safety. I am here to assist those seeking the wisdom of the college. And if, in the process, my presence helps to deter those who might seek to do harm, so be it. The more important question is, why are you here? I think you'll be a superb addition to the college. Welcome, apprentice. I'll lead you across the bridge. Once you're inside, you'll want to speak with Mirabelle Irvine, our master wizard. Please, follow me. Winterhold's glory days may lie behind it, but the college lives on. Mirabelle will be waiting for you. I believe I've made myself rather clear.
Yes, of course. I'm simply trying to understand the reasoning behind the decision.
You may be used to the Empire bowing to your every whim, but I'm afraid you'll find the Thalmor received no such treatment here. You are a guest of the college, here at the pleasure of the Archmage. I hope you appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, of course. The Archmage has my thanks.
Very good. Then we're done here. Welcome to the college. Welcome to the college. Another new student. I'm surprised at how many of you there are lately. Well, first you'll need these. While you're not required to wear them, you may find them more to your liking than your current clothes. I'll give you a brief tour, and then we'll get you to your first class. Are you ready to begin? I see. Please let me know when you are.
Something specific you...
早く着かないかな I'm positive whatever I require will be revealed to me on its own, in due time.
So, you don't need anything then?
Oh, my dear Urag, you're trying so hard to help. I do hope you're not disappointed.
Disappointed is not the word I would choose, Colette. Excuse me.
Oh, did you need something?
Rigmor's guardian. And the famous, or perhaps I should say infamous, Rigmor of Bruma. I am honored to make your acquaintance at long last.
Hi. I'm hoping to find out anything about my ancestry.
Ah, yes. Rigmor, why don't you go with Keris? She will take good care of you and explain a little about all that. And possibly might have some heirlooms left in good keeping at the college for your perusal.
Dragonborn? Okay.
Come this way, Rigmor. There's so much to talk about.
This place is so cool. I love it already.
Cool? Are you cold?
It means great. I made it up.
Oh, I've never heard of that. How interesting.
Ah. It's a rather long story. Would you like the complete version, or just the bare facts? A long time ago, some 200 years to be precise, there was a mercenary by trade known as Rigmor of Cyrodiil. She had a pretty uneventful early life, taking petty contracts until she joined an army of outlaws. The very same outlaw army, led by the Colovian warlord Titus Mede, who marched into the imperial city in the 17th year of the Fourth Era, wresting power from fools for gibbering. It was a sad tragedy then that, after giving birth to a baby girl 3 years later, she became gravely ill and died shortly after at the age of 38. Physicians attribute her death to the unwanted accidental pregnancy at a late age. Titus Mead was besides himself with grief and arrangements, but made for the child to be adopted by the College of Winterhold by royal decree. The infant was duly adopted, and her belongings kept in storage therein. The child was named Morgan. At her coming of age, Morgan of Winterhold was summoned to the imperial city to become imperial court mage to the Mead dynasty, where she later was to become a very powerful influence. Before she left to take up her newly appointed duties, it is rumored she had taken her late mother's Daedric armor and crafted an amulet of Talos from it. She also took a Daedric ceremonial blade her mother had kept as a souvenir to strengthen her mother's bastard sword, with its blade increasing its properties. The Emperor would always seek her guidance in affairs of the Empire. Overshadowing the heir to the dynasty, Athrobus Mead, who was fiercely jealous of this foreign witch, so much so, at the event of the Emperor's death, Athrobus Mead struck. Morgan and her husband, a palace guard captain, were accused of a plot to usurp power. Her husband was slain, and Morgan escaped, fleeing Cyrodiil with their only child. Her disappearance only served to confirm the rumors Morgan was the bastard child of Titus Mead I and Rigmor of Cyrodiil. She and her child Morgana were never heard of again. Then, one fine day, Morgan's heirlooms miraculously surfaced. The Falmor had found them buried in a chest belonging to one Ragnar of Bruma. The identity of Rigmor, his only heir, and her history became known to the college. Unfortunately, we were too late to intervene. The college, you see, is duty-bound to protect and serve the descendants of Morgan of Winterhold. Before she leaves here, it is my duty to tell her of her ancestry. The Emperor Titus Mead II is to restore her name and accept her family as part of the Mead dynasty. He is also offering her the position of the recently vacant Countess of Bruma, if she desires it. All she has to do is accept it, and it shall be hers. So now, Guardian, here we are. I am afraid this doesn't concern you anymore, Guardian. Tell her I must. I shall ignore the threatening undertones, Guardian. You see, killing me would serve no purpose. She will eventually come to know. Unless, of course, you intend to lock her away in some dark dungeon, or gallivant around the wilds of Tamriel like a common bandit. Also, I like you. I have a lot of respect for you and your achievements, and you have protected her well. In fact, I cannot think of anywhere else I would rather Rigmor be at this troubling time. With an imminent invasion looming, and all that, it would be prudent to await the outcome of such an event. We would, after all, need to make sure the Emperor is still in residence at the Imperial City. So I will relent and leave the decision to you when to tell her. But I must have your word. Give me your word of honor, Guardian, that as soon as she is fit and well, you will deliver to Rigmor her legacy. I am afraid not. I think our business here is done. Anyway, Guardian, It's obvious now is not the time. Take care of her.
Dragonborn, you have so got to see this. Come on, this way.
I think we had better see what all that commotion is about.
This armor was left by Morgan of Winterhold. She was an ancestor of mine. Carrie says it belongs to me. Isn't it wonderful? Do you think I should?
Please do, my child. We await with anticipation.
How does it look?
Remarkable. It's a fine example of antique armor forged by the famous Khajiit armorer Zizige. This particular piece was worn by your great-great-grandmother, Morgan of Winterhold, when she accompanied the Emperor Titus Mede I on campaign.
What the hell are these?
Oh, those, yes. Those, dear girl, are breasts.
Why would anyone put breasts on a cuirass?
Ah, well, you see, men wear the cuirass, and women wear what's called the, breastplate. Yes. It's used as a combat tactic. When the enemy approaches and raises his weapon, you would dazzle him with your breastplate, giving you the advantage, and then you strike.
Yeah, right. Dragonborn? What? Oh, har har. Very funny. I guess I could get used to it, though. I love it.
Ah. She really does have a wonderful innocence, and it's quite lovable, isn't she? Anyway, Guardian, I think our business here is done. Don't forget to tell the girl when you think she is ready. It's obvious now is not the time. Take care of her. Who knows, one day our paths might cross again.
Yeah, let's get this over with. Can you carry the armor for me? Dragonborn, there's a sword, too. Thank you.
could sink a yard of ale right now.
No matter what, the college will endure.
Well, Morgan was my great-great-great-grandmother, and her mother was also called Rigmor. But she died, and the college adopted Morgan, and when she came of age became the court mage to the Meade dynasty. How cool is that, Dragonborn? So, the heirlooms I had, when I first met you, Morgan made those from her mother's armor and weapons. But after the Emperor died, she came back to the college and disappeared. She took the heirlooms with her but left behind what we have now. What am I going to say to them? Okay, let's do this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I could murder a tankard of ale right now.
Just pass me Morgan's armor. Now pass me her sword. Yes, I do. Just give me the sword. You really want to know? I feel invincible. I am an unstoppable force. A born killer, widowmaker, a true Nord warrior, and my enemy's worst nightmare. And the scariest thing of all, it excites me. It invigorates me. It is all I have ever known, and I feel good. But once this is done, know this. It will be over. So don't you ever ask me about it again. Do you understand me? Just so you know, I'm not doing this for Cassius, or Ingol, or you. I'm doing this for my father. It's what he would have wanted. I at least owe him this much, considering the failure I've been so far. You never know. He might even forgive me.
It's her. She's here. It's Rigmor. I fought with your father in Hammerfell, child. My sword is yours to command.
It's Bruma! Rigmor of Bruma! Rigmor! I served with your father, child. Talos wills it. I served with your father. Rigmor! Rigmor! She's here! It's Rigmor! My sword is yours, Rigmor!
Back off! Let the child through.
Need something?
Hey. By the god, she truly is her father's daughter. Silence. Silence. Let the child speak.
You asked for me to come. Here I am! I know you all loved my father, and most of you here, sons and daughters of Talos, will have followed him and fought alongside him with loyalty and honor. You are here today because a new wind blows from the north, and on it rides a new danger, ready to sow the seeds of war. This homecoming is testament to your love for your homeland. This calling of arms, my brothers and sisters, testament to your love of our people. This truce between our former enemy is testament to the peril we face. For a short time, the enemy of our enemy shall become our friends. Because from the north a new enemy is coming, waiting to strike at our homeland. A new danger never before seen, where no one is safe. A new order which comes not to take away our freedom. A new order comes not to occupy and enslave us, but to annihilate us, our children, our people, to destroy us and burn our land, to desecrate our shrines and take away everything we hold dear. Well, I say to you, let them come! We will fight them! We will throw them back into I say to you, let them come! Can you please take me home now?
Rigmor, I served with your father in Hammerfell. Rigmor, I served with your father. I was at the Red Ring.
Wait. Dragonport. Dragonborn. By the gods.
Hmm. どこへ行くの?
I think we had better talk, Dragonborn. What is it? Sethri arrived earlier. What an obnoxious elf. He took a bath in the lake and hasn't gotten dressed since. He has been annoying Angie, too. You might want to tell him to put some clothes on. I tried to tell him earlier, but he insists it's his farmhouse, and he thinks he can do whatever he likes. Yes, he's around somewhere. How has Rigmor been? That's good to know. Dragonborn. Thank you, Dragonborn, for being here for me. Yes, I will. Good night, Dragonborn.
I'm not naked. I've got a pair of pants on.
You would do well to make yourself decent. There are ladies present.
Whoa there. We don't all have a huge mansion in Torvald. It's the heat. Well met. The invasion fleet you're expecting, it's been spotted out to sea off the coast of Morrowind. Thought you'd want to know. They should be here any time soon.
Our allies are ready to pounce. Once the invasion starts, countermeasures will be taken. The Dominion is waiting for the moment to strike on the Isle. Once the New Order lands in Skyrim, Mead will feign troop movements north to expose the Southern Army and crush them on the border of Cyrodiil. Yes.
How does a man get some decent food around here? Talking about plans.
Well met, Dragonborn. Ingle and I thought it wise to discuss the coming invasion. Do you have any suggestions regarding the defense of Skyrim from the enemy forces?
We could try and throw them back into the sea, but we don't know when or where they'll land. We'll be outnumbered, so we have to choose our ground wisely.
The swamps around Hjalmark are not suited to Legion tactics. We will become bogged down. The mud will kill us.
They have only a few options open to them, too. What's the bet they'll avoid Solitude and Windhelm and go for broke?
Yes. If I were in Adriath's position, I would avoid a lengthy siege. He doesn't even know if the Southern Army group will advance in good time, if at all it defeats Titus's army. So a suppressing force on the Pale Border, and one at Dragon Bridge, will effectively cut off Solitude and Windhelm, while the main bulk of troops head straight for Whiterun. That's what I would do. As Ingall just said, go for broke.
Yeah, he has to get his army out of the swamp immediately, like a lightning strike within 24 hours of landing. If they take the city of Whiterun, the war in Skyrim is over. He would be free to take Solitude and Windhelm at will.
He'll protect his flank.
Sethri, for heaven's sakes, put some clothes on.
With a small force. Fear not. As you wish. I'll go get dressed.
What is it? Excellent. The walls will protect our right flank. He has no choice but to come for us. We can draw his main force into ground of our choosing and take the head off the serpent.
Hey. The classic textbook maneuver. Pin him down and outflank to the left. We can use the Whiterun garrison to boost my numbers.
What is it? There's two options open for him, through the mountain pass at Labyrinthian, or across the plains via Dragon Bridge. Either way, we will be waiting outside the city. With my encampment on the Pale Border and Ingol's camp outside Windhelm, he would need a protracted campaign to take that area, so he will avoid it.
Come, Cassius. We can discuss the logistics on the way back to our garrisons. We'll keep you informed of this, Guardian.
Need something? Yes, but you mentioned Rigmor's memory has returned? We need to make one more connection. We need to find something that will link her to the past. Maybe something from her childhood? You have spoken to her at length. Has she confided in you? Something very personal she feels guilty about? That he trained her to be the son he never had? She told that to me. And with all that has gone on, maybe she doesn't feel worthy of her task set by her father. None of that was her fault. There was nothing she could have done to protect her father, or more importantly in this case her mother. Only hate and revenge fueled her until recently. Now Sigun is safe, but what of her father's love? We must reconnect her with the past. She needs to rediscover her father's love. It must come from a source not connected with her life since he was murdered. Sometimes it can be an item. Do you know of anything? Maybe Sigun would know. Has she mentioned about Rigmor's childhood? Don't worry, she will be fine. Give her time. Go and speak to Sigun.
Well met. Yes, the one she gave to the little dark elf girl. Why are you asking? It was just a piece of old dowling with a sackcloth dress and string hair. She called it Jenny. I hope one day this will all be over so I can take her home. Maybe we can live a normal life. Start over. I hope the doll helps.